Hello, my name is Jen Vasey. I am a registered holistic nutritionist and top metabolic balance coach in Canada. I have been practicing nutrition for over 10 years, and I introduced metabolic balance in 2020 and never looked back. To date, it is the only program that I offer. I have been fortunate enough to be a part of so many life-changing transformations, and I really look forward to the opportunity to be a part of yours. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and hear what metabolic balance is all about. Metabolic balance was developed over 25 years ago by Dr. Wolfgang in Germany. The program was originally designed to support patients in his practice with metabolic syndrome, so those suffering from hypertension, high cholesterol, diabetes, obesity, and other health problems. He found that by studying the chemistry of one's individual lab values and the chemistry of food, he could then use food as a prescription to heal inflammation and help reverse metabolic syndrome. By doing so, this also resulted in his patients achieving optimal body weight. Fast forward to today, and metabolic balance is globally recognized as the most effective method for long-term weight management. Metabolic balance is an innovative, all-natural nutrition program that brings balance to your hormones, optimizes your health, and leads to a new, invigorating lifestyle. To date, the program is managed by dedicated physicians and nutritional scientists. The foundation of the program is Metabolic Balance's unique capability to develop a truly personalized nutrition plan based on an in-depth analysis of your unique blood values, medical history, and personal likes and dislikes. Your personalized nutrition plan acts as your roadmap, indicating exactly which natural foods you should eat in order to orchestrate the biochemical changes needed for reaching your desirable weight and health goals. Metabolic Balance is 100% natural. There are no prescribed injections, pills, shakes, or proprietary foods, nor are you required to keep points or count calories. Your local grocery store and farmer's market can easily provide all of the wholesome, nutrient-rich foods listed on your personalized nutrition plan. What to expect from metabolic balance: weight loss and improved energy, hormonal balance, improved immune function, potential reduction or elimination of the need for high blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetic medication, better sleep, improved mood, less bowel and stomach problems, reduced allergies and intolerances, improved joint inflammation and pain. You will save money on your weekly grocery bills. The program does tend to pay for itself within the first few months because you're spending a little less on ordering in, takeout, or adding extra items to the grocery cart. There is a potential benefit for sufferers of polycystic ovarian syndrome, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. It has the highest success rate for lifelong health benefits and weight management. How does metabolic balance work? The foundation of the program is based on your unique lab values. So the most important piece is that you get your blood work done so we can create a nutrition plan and use custom foods as a prescription. Past that, what you really follow is these 8 daily rules. I'm going to dive right into them for you. Rule number 1 is to eat exactly 3 meals per day. The number 1 hormone that we're working on balancing and regulating is your insulin. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about insulin. So exactly 3 well-balanced meals per day. I assure you, you will be comfortable. Your meals are designed to keep you full in between, so there's no need for snacking, just lots of water in between meals. Rule number 2 is to ensure there's a 5-hour break between your meals. This is to give your insulin and your digestive system a break in between meals. Rule number 3, make sure your meal lasts no longer than 60 minutes. This is for grazers. You have a few bites, you keep working, a few bites, keep working, and your meal lasts a long time. We want to make sure that we have the opportunity to give your insulin a rest and your digestive system a break in between, so meals should last no longer than 60 minutes. Rule number 4 is very simple. Begin each meal with 1 or 2 bites of protein. When you start your meal with your protein, the amino acids will hit your system first, and they will trigger a hormone called glucagon. Glucagon will slow down insulin, but it also signals your leptin response, indicating you are full. So again, it is all about that hormonal balance. Rule number 5 is to have 1 protein per meal and 3 different proteins per day. Again, this is for the maximum absorption of amino acids, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Rule number 6, do not eat after 9 p.m. if possible. Of course, if you work shift work or if this is not possible, we can accommodate that. Rule number 7, you will be given a water prescription. It is imperative that you drink your water. You can drink more, you cannot drink less. Water plays such a vital role in so many functions in the body, and it is also your body's ability to excrete. 85% of weight loss will happen through urine. You have to give your body the tools that it needs. So your water prescription will be very important. And then very simple, rule number 8 is an apple a day. So you will choose one of your 3 meals to include your daily apple. It is a power-packed multivitamin. It lowers your uric acid, and it helps to draw toxins to the colon for elimination. All right, let's talk a little bit more about insulin. Insulin is the major hormone that we're going to work on balancing to support you and your health and your hormonal balance. So what happens when insulin levels are elevated? Your cholesterol is elevated, your triglycerides, so the fat concentration in the blood is elevated. It will elevate your stress hormones, your adrenaline, as well as your cortisol. When insulin is elevated, it will decrease your melatonin, so your sleeping hormone, your DHEA, so your body's ability to build other hormones, your human growth hormone, and your body's ability to break down fat. So this is why we want to keep insulin low as possible throughout the day. So for those of you who are grazers, every time you consume food, it is going to impact your insulin to some degree. Yes, your starchier foods, your carbohydrates, your sugars are going to spike it heavily, whereas your proteins and fats, not so much. So you can see if you're grazing throughout the day, this kind of purple area here is when your body has the ability to burn energy, to burn fat, because your insulin levels are low. So when you consume small meals throughout the day, you're having these little dips, right? You're eating, snacks and lunch. You give yourself a little bit of a better break so your body can burn fat, and then you're up and down. You have this kind of up and down scale throughout the day. This is with metabolic balance. You have much longer ability to burn energy. So we have those exact 3 meals per day. Every time you consume a metabolic balance meal, your insulin should go up and come back down over the course of about 2 hours. So 3 meals a day is up for 6 hours. Therefore, your body is fasting or burning energy for 18 hours out of every 24-hour period. So this is why the exact 3 meals a day is very important. So we can consistently manage that insulin response and have your body burning energy as frequently throughout the day as possible. Insulin is your glucose fuel source, and then we want to be able to tap into that fat burning fuel source, which is only possible when insulin levels are reduced. Okay, biological values of proteins. So this is why we consume 1 protein per meal. There is 8 essential amino acids, and your body can only absorb these 8 essential amino acids when they are at equal levels. So for example, an egg has a perfect score of 100. This is where your body will absorb 100% of all 8 amino acids. Depending on the food, the biological value will start to decrease. So for example, you can see that cow's dairy is a 91, a soybean is 76, white bread is way down at a 44. So we want you absorbing as much as possible of the 8 essential amino acids. And again, your body is only capable of absorbing when all levels are equal. So this is why combining proteins will decrease your body's ability to absorb. So this is why we want to, as often as possible, stick with 1 protein per meal. Okay, the program is broken up into 4 phases. So let's go through these. Phase number 1 is going to be your 2-day cleanse. This is a very gentle, light 2-day cleanse. It's very manageable, and I will go through and coach you through this 2-day cleanse. From there, we're going to move over to phase 2, which is the strict conversion phase for 14 days. This is where for 14 days, you really follow your plan exactly as it's laid out for you, using the foods that are specifically designed for you. Again, you will be comfortable. In total, this is your 16-day metabolic reset. So phase 1 and phase 2 is your 16-day metabolic reset. It's the only part of the plan that is just a little bit more restrictive. And then from there, we move you over to phase 3. Phase 3 is a much more relaxed version of phase 2. This is where we bring in weekly treat meals and way more food choices, cooking oils, condiments. It really does become a lot more relaxed because it needs to be more realistic. This is where you stay long-term. You will stay in phase 3 until you've accomplished your desired goal. Keep in mind, your desired goal isn't necessarily a body composition goal, but an all-encompassed health goal. You want to have good energy, good sleep, mental clarity. I coach my clients on what I call the 4 pillars of health: nutrition, exercise, sleep, and stress management. So there will be a protocol for all 4 of these, and we will work through these together. So phase 3 is more of a long-term phase to make sure that you can adequately sustain and implement lifestyle changes that last long-term. And then we'll move you to the maintenance phase, which is a really important phase. Again, there will still be regular accountability check-ins. We will monitor your progress to make sure that you can comfortably sustain your new lifestyle. We will put parameters in place so you will know exactly what to do if you feel yourself slip. So what does a meal plan look like? So this is a simple sample meal plan. What a lot of my clients say is how much they appreciate that these are completely flexible suggestions. This is not day 1, day 2, day 3, repeat. It's not color coordinated. Really, you have 9 completely interchangeable options. So every time you have a meal, you have 9 meal boxes to choose from. So it offers a lot of variety and flexibility. I will further go through your specific and individual meal plan with you and how to, interchange these options with one another. This is a simple sample food list. So you can see you start with a protein food list. So for example, this particular client has a number of fish and seafood options. There's some meat, there's some poultry, some yogurt options, some cheese options, legumes, and some nuts and seeds. Usually there will be a consumption of eggs in there. Again, every nutrition plan is going to be a little bit different, again, based on your chemistry. You're also going to have a vegetable list. Vegetables and lettuce are also a part of the same category. Bread, there's always 100% crispy rye bread crackers and whole grain rye bread. I will show you exactly where to get the best whole grain rye bread. And then you are going to have your fruit. You have to have your daily apple. There'll be additional fruit choices as well. I would say most clients also do get an additional starch in the beginning. Sometimes it's oatmeal, sometimes it's potatoes. Again, each individual meal plan is different. So we start with your specific meal plan, and then we will work together to expand and build it from there. What is metabolic balance's success rate? So what classifies a successful weight loss program? So when an individual reaches their goal weight and maintains it for 2 years, metabolic balance has a 60 to 80% success rate. This is the only program that has a higher than 50% success rate in over 35 countries. It is globally the highest success rate. To put it into perspective, the next highest in North America is Weight Watchers at 22%. And then it dwindles down from there. There's some programs that are there are actually some programs that are as low as 0% when it comes to a success rate for maintaining your goal for the 2-year period. So you can feel real confident knowing that the success rate is the highest globally. How much weight can I expect to lose? Everybody will respond differently. A realistic expectation is as follows. It is very realistic to expect to lose 5 to 8% of your total body weight during your 16-day reset period. That is when your body is reducing inflammation, stimulating enzymes, balancing hormones, flushing out toxicity. Your body goes through a lot in the 16-day reset period. Past that, 1 to 2% of your total body weight per week. That is optimal to be achieved. So that is a realistic expectation. Again, 5 to 8% of your total body weight in the first 16 days and 1 to 2% per week until your goal weight is achieved. All right, let's discuss the flow of consultations, accountability check-ins, and pricing. So this is how our appointments work. Our very first appointment, we will schedule an initial consultation. We will evaluate your health goals, what you're looking to accomplish, complete an intake form and medical assessment, evaluate the 4 pillars of health, and then I will send you a welcome package, including a requisition form to get your blood work. Once your blood work is completed, we will meet over Zoom. So once your blood work is completed, your labs come directly to me through my practitioner portal. I take all of the results from your labs and all of the information from your medical assessment and intake form. I create a profile for you. I send it to the doctors, which are in Germany, and they will send me the plan. From there, we'll meet over Zoom. So we have the opportunity to meet, and I will walk you through your plan, page by page, step by step, so that you fully understand. We'll go over any questions, make sure you're feeling really comfortable. You will be instructed to fully read through your plan a couple of times over to make sure that you are ready to go. From there, we will select an official start date. From the official start date, you and I will remain very closely connected to monitor your progress, so especially during those first 16 days. Past that, when you've been on your plan in that 16-day reset period, usually about a week and a half in, we will meet over Zoom again. We will evaluate your results to date, and that's when we're going to discuss phase 3 and implement phase 3 after the 16 days. Appointment number 4 is actually broken down into 12 weeks of accountability check-ins. I hold my clients to weekly accountability check-ins because I find that it is so important and detrimental for your success and for your progress. I do not work with clients on a short-term basis. This is not a short-term solution. This is not a temporary crutch. I really want to implement sustainable, lasting change. So the minimum I work with my clients for is 6 months. And in order to create sustainable change, we have to work through those obstacles. Things will come up over a 6-month period that we will work through together, which is why those weekly accountability check-ins every week are so important. 5th appointment is going to be the 3-month mark. We will meet again over Zoom, evaluate your total results to date, and we will evaluate the change that has occurred in all 4 pillars. Again, nutrition, exercise, sleep, and stress management. And there'll be a custom protocol for all 4 of those for you. Number 6 is once again broken down into 12 more weeks of accountability check-ins. So again, weekly, we will have those accountability check-ins to discuss your week and make any adjustments moving forward. And then our last and final meeting is going to be the 7th meeting. This is your 24-week mark. So now you have been following the program for 6 months. We will go over how to sustain and stay balanced for life. We will once again, like I said, meet over Zoom. Whether you've accomplished your goal or not quite yet, you will be given a full package outlining the changes in the maintenance phase. We will review exactly what you do if you feel yourself slipping. I will absolutely make sure that you are completely set for life. So you will have all of the tools that you need and everything to reference to continue your health and wellness journey. What is included and what does the program cost? So, requisition form for your blood work, a complete custom nutrition plan from the Metabolic Balance doctors in Germany, a bioelectrical impedance scale. I am less interested in your total body weight. I want to have a better understanding of the composition. So your visceral fat, so the fatty tissue around your organs, your muscle mass, your body fat percentage, your hydration, your body of water. This is what this scale is going to tell me, and this is what we will use for our weekly accountability check-ins. 6 months of personalized coaching, no additional cost ever again. You will always have your plan to revert back to if you need to. This, to me, is one of the reasons why Metabolic Balance aligned with me. They do not sell products. Anyone who sells products, it is the purpose of that is for a residual income. There's no products, there's no pills, no shakes, no supplements, nothing like that. There's only a one-time fee to cover the cost of the labs and, of course, the doctors who put together the plan and the coaching. And then from there, you are really, truly set for life. A program that works without the yo-yo effect of need to try something else. Total cost of the program is $12.99 plus tax. And that, again, includes absolutely everything. Thank you so much for your attention, and thank you for taking the time to tune into this video. Again, I really look forward to the opportunity to work together. I have, like I said, seen amazing transformations with this program. It has been life-changing for me, actually, just to see how amazing it is when you implement the right foods for your biochemistry and you fuel your body properly. The other thing I will point out is this program is so realistic. I work with so many variations of clients, but one thing they have in common is they're busy, really busy. So they need a simplified nutrition plan that they can integrate into their daily life that works and makes sense for them. So again, I'm so excited to work with you. Any other questions, please feel free to reach out, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Take care.